The New York Rangers clearly need to add some players to this year's NHL trade deadline, and one guy they could look to target to help on the scoring side of things is Vladimir Tarasenko. Rangers obviously acquired him last year's trade deadline as well from the St. Louis Blues and could look to do so this time from the Ottawa Senators, as he did sign a 1-year, $5 million contract this past offseason with the Sens. And obviously the Senators are a pretty terrible team, unfortunately for them, this season. So the Rangers definitely could be talking to the Senators about a potential trade here involving Tarasenko coming back over to the Rangers once again. I think this would be a great move for this team. We know we need scoring help, and that is exactly what Tarasenko can bring. But starting off here, taking a look at where the Senators currently sit in the NHL standings. They're right now in 28th place in the entire league with 43 games played, 37 points. Right behind them in 29th place, the Columbus Blue Jackets, 46 games played, 37 points. Right above them, the Buffalo Sabres in 27th place with 47 games played, 44 points. So let's be honest here, the Senators are an awful team this year. They're going to be sellers 100%. So it makes a lot of sense that they'd be looking to trade away the guy who they have on a 1-year deal in Vladimir Tarasenko. Obviously, they were hoping things would go a little different with him being added in this offseason, but right now, he seems like one of the best trade targets at this year's NHL trade deadline available. So hopefully the Rangers can acquire him. But taking a look here at what Tarasenko can bring to this team, obviously he's a great goal scorer so far this season. He does have 41 games played, 12 goals, 19 assists, 31 points. He's a plus 17 on a pretty bad Senator squad. So I think those stats are pretty great. But the main thing that I love that I see out of Tarasenko so far this season is the fact that most of his points have come at 5-on-5 or at even strength so far this season. You take a look, 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 out of his 31 points so far this season have been at even strength. That is amazing to see. He only has 5 power play points so far this year, 1 goal and 4 assists. So most of his points have come at even strength, which is a great sign. We know the Rangers can score in the power play for the most part. We have one of the best power plays in the entire NHL, but having a guy like Tarasenko who can help at the 5-on-5 and even strength scoring is going to be a huge boost for this team. I think he's kind of a no-brainer to go out there and acquire. Obviously, Tarasenko was familiar with the squad already. He played with this team last year. I think this is a great move for the Rangers to go out there and try and make happen. And taking a look here at some very good stats. So far this season, shots blocked wise, he is 15. Not too bad, but that's obviously not what you are trading for a guy like Tarasenko to bring in. But the main thing that I've seen out of his game so far this year as well is the takeaway giveaway ratio is actually looking very, very good so far this year. With the Sens, he has 12 takeaways, only 6 giveaways, and only 2 defensive zone giveaways. Compare that to last year, where he had 24 takeaways, but had 26 giveaways, as well as 10 defensive zone giveaways. So far this year, he has clearly done a much better job of cleaning up his defensive game. Not giving up as many turnovers and not doing so as much in the defensive zone is definitely a big boost as well. And next up here, taking a look at some more offensive stats. So far this year, his goals above expected is at a 3.8. That's pretty good compared to last year at a 0.1. This year's expected goals per 60 is at a 0.75, a bit down from last year where it's at a 0.93, and the previous year in 2021 was at a 1.19, so obviously a big drop off from that. But you take a look at his goals per 60, it's at a 1.1. Last year was at a 0.93, so not too bad at all. His assists per 60 this year is at a 1.74. Last year, 1.66. Obviously gone a bit there. And then his points per 60 overall is actually looking very good this year. He's at a 2.85 compared to last year was at a 2.59. So I think overall, he's looking like a much better player than last year in an overall game defensively and offensively. So I would definitely love to see the Rangers pick him up. His shooting percentage is also at a 14.6 compared to last year at a 10.7. And back in 2021 was at a 14.8. So obviously this year he's playing some really good hockey, having one of his better seasons that he's had in the past couple of years. I think that's kind of clear. Even though he's been on an absolutely terrible team in the Ottawa Senators so far this year, he's still getting the job done. He's still putting up some great numbers, and that is definitely very nice to see. And taking a look here at what a deal could potentially look like for a guy like Vladimir Tarasenko. Starting off here, though, and taking a look at his contract, it is a 1-year, $5 million cap hit, which is not too bad at all. They can obviously retain half that, or 20% or 25%, whatever they need to do to get this deal done. So that's not a big deal at all. But the nice thing about this deal is the fact that he does have a full no trade clause, meaning he gets to pick wherever he wants to go. If the Rangers obviously are his only team that he wants to go to, that is a big help for us because he can basically say, I want to go to the Rangers or I'm not getting moved anywhere else and I'm declining any other trade. That is big for us because if he does want to come back here, which I'm sure he would be okay with that or open to the idea of that, this could mean we don't have to give up nearly as much for a guy like this as you would originally have to give if he didn't have a no trade clause, because he gets to pick wherever he wants to go. Because there's a full no trade clause, he can decline any trade anywhere, and he kind of, just kind of pick and choose where he wants to go, kind of like Kane did last year. So this could be a pretty big advantage for the Rangers here. And maybe in this deal now, because he's had that full no trade clause, maybe it is only a second round pick plus a decent prospect. Maybe it still is a first round pick plus a late pick / prospect. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, the Rangers could get a bit of a discount here with the fact that he does have a full no trade clause and can pick his next destination. Either way, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts on the Rangers potentially making a trade for Vladimir Tarasenko once again. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.